In this video, I am going to show you one of the machine learning projects that I built while I was learning it. So hey guys, this is Vishwet. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's get started. So I will show you how you can predict prices of houses using one of the machine learning techniques. So if you come to my GitHub profile, this is my GitHub profile. The link is in the description, and you come to the repositories, and this is the Boston Housing Random Forest. I will provide the link of this whole repo in the description, so you can directly come over here. So if you see, I created the repo 3 years ago. Okay, so it's one of the old projects. Okay, so this I built while I was learning machine learning, so it's little bit old, but it's quite good for anyone to get started with it. And definitely it's a complete build project. I have also provided a Jupyter notebook file, so you can also take a look. So I will show you how to download this and how to run this. Okay, the complete setup and the complete project, how to run it. So let's get started. First of all, if you want, you can like download the zip. Okay, if you know Git, well and good. Since I know Git, so I will be cloning it. So you don't have to worry by seeing this 3 years. Okay, it's, trust me, it's a toy data set. Till this date, it is quite relevant for anyone who wants to learn it. You'll be messing with a lot of these data sets. So like Titanic data set, Boston housing is one of them. So there are a fewer more data sets. So this is one of the projects that is predicting Boston house pricing using random forest. Okay, so I will show you how to run it. So let's first come and copy this. You can also download the zip. So I'll just copy it, and now what I will do, git clone, and just paste it over here. I will just do right click and it will be pasted. And if I do enter, so it's cloning. Okay, it's done. Let me see, where is the file? It's over here. I hope you are able to see. So let me open this Boston house random forest. I hope you can see this. Now you can't simply go ahead and run the project because you need to have the dependencies. Let's see why we need the dependencies. Let's try to run the project. Okay, so it's very simple to run the project. What you have to do is you have to just do python main.py. Okay, and you can see no module found, job lib. So obviously, as I said, you can't run this. You need to set this up properly, set the dependencies. Now let's do that. I am not using conda. Okay, so if you don't know what conda is, well and good. I mean, you should definitely know it, but if you don't know it, you are starting and you have just installed Python, you can follow along. But if you know conda, I just wanted to inform I am not using anaconda over here. So I'll just be using Python. Okay, I have just installed Python, nothing else. So I will be creating a new virtual environment, and we need to do python -m venv, and it is going to create a virtual environment, and it created that virtual environment over here. We can see now I need to activate the virtual environment. I hope you guys know what's a virtual environment. Okay, so generally when we work on Python projects, we create, actually it's a good practice to create virtual environment. It's not something that you have to do it, but it's a good practice to do it. So I will be installing the libraries and all the dependencies, and they will be installed inside this virtual environment. So I can have different libraries for different projects. Okay, no, nothing is going to interfere. Fine. So I've all the libraries that I'm going to install will stay inside this virtual environment in this directory. Okay, if I want to download a new project, I can download and set that project's virtual environment, and that particular libraries I can install. Okay, so here I can install different set of libraries over here, and in the other project I can install different set of libraries. Okay, let's keep that for simplicity. So let me install all the required libraries for it. Why this is open, I can close this. So yeah, so we have configured the, I mean we have downloaded, I should say we have created the virtual environment. Now for the time being I will just install Jupyter, I should say Jupyter Notebook. So now the command is changed to pip install pip install notebook. Okay, my bad. I need to activate the virtual environment. So to do that, you have to do source venv slash scripts, press tab to autocomplete, activate, and see, you can see this venv. That means our virtual environment is activated. Now here there is one thing you need to know. This is git bash. That's why I have to write source over here. If you are using maybe command prompt like this, your syntax will vary. So for command prompt, it will be venv slash script. I should say, okay, I need to come inside this project. Okay, cd desktop slash Boston house pricing. Okay, that's strange. Okay, cd Boston housing random forest. Okay, excellent. Yeah, I forgot forward slash won't work in command prompt. I mean, this won't work, but this works. Anyways, we are already inside the we are already inside our project. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to, this will be venv slash scripts, scripts slash activate, and see, this got activated. So if you are using command prompt or PowerShell, I believe this is what you're supposed to do. Okay, but since I'm using git bash, I will be using source. Okay, that's the only difference you need to know. Apart from that, most of the things will be same. So now what I will do, I will try to I am just trying to open this IPython notebook file. Okay, so for that I need to install the notebook. So pip install notebook. Okay, so it's just a new version of Jupyter Notebook. The command, the syntax of installation is a little bit changed, and see, it is taking some time because there are a lot of dependencies required for notebook file. I mean notebook. So installation is completed. Now I'll just do Python -m notebook, and we should be, yep. So our notebook started. Okay, we are in 130% zoom. I think it should be looking this by default. So if I just open this notebook file, yeah, I mean you can't definitely see because it's very small, even I can't see it. I mean we can zoom it. Okay, and even you can change the settings over here, increase terminal font. I mean there are lots of settings, but I think zooming does it better. So first I am going to install all the dependencies that are required for this particular project. Okay, so you can do shift enter, and it's going to take some time and install all the dependencies required. So I have already made all the installations at first. So as soon as you hit this, it's going to download NumPy, Pandas, Pyro, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Scikit-learn, Kali, Flask. Okay, so I think we should be good. Anything that I have missed out, I will add it over here. So let's see. Are we done? No, it's still executing. We can verify over here. Kernel says it's busy. Okay, it's going to download all of this libraries. So now there is one thing more that I want to say while this is installing. So if you come to this particular file, you see there is a requirements.txt file that I have shown over here. This is a requirements file. So you can install these libraries also. Okay, the command to install all these requirements, I mean all these libraries, is, I mean, I have already shown you in one of my videos how to do it, but I'll show you. It's pip install -r requirements.txt. This is the command you can use to install all the dependencies that are present in the requirements file. If you don't know what are these, you can just ignore. So requirements file, in one of my videos I have explained why this is needed. So these are the libraries I saved, and these are the particular version, the libraries and the particular version that are present. So this is when I built the particular project 3 years before, as you can see. So if I go into the GitHub, so you can see this requirements.txt is something that I have done 3 years ago. Okay, after that I have never touched this particular file. So the issue is Python version is changed, right? You can see this was built in 2021. So Python version is changed. These libraries, lot of them are changed. Many functions inside them are removed, okay, and many new functions are added. So for that, I would recommend you not to install from this particular file. Okay, if you know what is a requirement file, well and good, but I would say don't install from this requirements file. Don't run that pip install -r command and install these particular files. If you don't know the requirements file, well and good, go ahead with what I am doing. But just wanted to say this won't work now. It's 2024, right? This won't work and you might get a lot of issues. So just wanted to say that. So we'll back into the Firefox, and so what I will do, I will just go to settings. I'll go to the kernel and I will do restore and run all cells. Okay, and probably let's not do that. Let's not do that because it will take my CPU also. So we are running this. I mean, I ran this, all the libraries got installed. Okay. So I'll just explain in a very high level view what I am doing. Installing the libraries, importing them. Okay. And I am just, these are the few of the functions. These are the new functions that I added. Okay. This fetch OpenML was not there because, there are different functions to load this Boston data. Okay. I need to load the Boston data, right? So I am just using fetch OpenML. The reason being, previously we used to load it using the load Boston data. That function is not available, so I'm using this. Just know that I'm just loading data from using this particular function. Okay, and apart from that, if I show you, this is the data, these are the columns present, these are the data types. Okay, let me clean the output. I think that will create, that will create clarity. Okay, now the output is clean. So these libraries are executed. Okay, excellent. Now I hope this is done. It's still working. Yeah, importing is done. Set loading the data. I am just verifying the what are the keys that are present. Okay, this is description. Now I'm loading the data frame. Okay, so you can just execute. I am not going in detail. I have explained this particular steps in one of my projects, which is this particular project, football player prediction. Okay, and also in the income prediction playlist over here. Okay, if you go to this playlist, I have explained part by part what is the problem, how we are processing the data, the part in which I am applying machine learning, the model testing, the deployment. I have shown everything over here. If you have any doubt, do ping me in the comment section. I will help you out. So I am not going to go in deep because the almost it's identical, just the data set is different. Okay, so this is where I'm creating the pipelines. Okay, and this is the train y train, and I should not be training it. This is where I'm using random forest regressor. If you don't know what's a random forest, it's one of the ensemble techniques in machine learning. Okay, if you want to know, do check that out. So I am not going to fit this. I am not going to do this because I'm recording this video. Okay, my video might crash because of that. So I am trying to avoid this. Or you can do this as -1. -1 in jobs -1 means it is going to use all of the cores of your CPU. So while training, it's going to use all of your CPU cores. Okay, -1 means that if you want only one core, just give one. If you want two cores, just give two. If you give -1, it means all of your cores, or I mean all of your CPU cores. So depending on your system, I should say you choose it. Okay, I think I can go to 10 in jobs as 10 because I have a 16 core CPU. I have a 16 core CPU, so I think 10 is fine. So I think I should be able to train it then. Uh, Probably cross validation. This is cross validation. This is grid search CV. I should say, if you don't know, watch my video on this. I have explained everything over here. I just wanted to show you that this file works just fine. And if I just run this, it is going to fit it. Okay, I mean, it's going to continuously run and iterate. So I mean, if you face an issue, just execute all of this cells. Okay, I think that there should not be any issue in it. So let me also execute this. I don't know whether my system will crash or not. Let's do it. So as you can see, it got started. I hope my recording is not being messed up. So it's going to take some time. So you have to be patient. Did I use -1? Oh, excellent. I used -1. I should be using 10 over here. My bad. It is using all of the cores of my CPU. So I don't know whether my recording is going to break or not. Okay, our training is complete. So just wanted to mention, you can see our training is completely done. N jobs equal to 10. Okay, fine. I think it worked as expected. So well and good. So training is completed. So I have not done any kind of explorative data analysis. Okay, just wanted to mention, I have not done any kind of detailed data analysis on this. I have just used the data, cleaned it if needed, or segregated it based upon the machine learning process, the training process and the test process. Okay, I have not done any detailed analysis on this. So just wanted to know, if you are looking for data analysis, this is probably, I mean, I my code doesn't do that. So just wanted to inform you. So now you can see the cross validation score. Okay. Now, if I check our test data, you can perform that. You can check the cross validation score. Okay, 73%, 23%, 85%, 84%, 84%. Okay, the data size is not much. I believe it's less than 1000. Okay, I don't remember the exact number, but I believe it's not much data. So accuracy is something that's depend upon the also the volume upon the data. The more data you have, the more accuracy it will get. But I have tested the accuracy of this model, and this looks good because random forest itself is a very powerful model. So now you can just test the error. Okay, so this gives you the prediction for that, and after that you can just print the errors. Okay, the mean square error, which is standard one that we do. and after that you can just save this particular model file, right? So if I try to save them, so these are being saved. These are the pipelines that I'm saving. So I have different pipeline, number pipeline, I have a full pipeline, and I have a random forest the model. So these are the trained pipelines. Okay, if you don't know what is a trained pipeline, so let's suppose in random forest I trained my model based upon this particular data, right? So I need to save my particular model. Okay, just know you have to save your model, and you have to also need to save your pipelines. Okay, these are your trained pipelines. They are trained based upon the data that is present. This is for number pipeline, this is the full pipeline. Okay, and you have the random forest, the model. Why do you need to save it? That also I'm going to show you. So I have saved it somewhere over here, model, right? If I go inside, you can see it's 31st. Okay, so these are the new files that have been saved. Fine. So these are trained pipelines, I should say. These two are trained pipelines, and this is the trained model. Now let's come to the good part, the interesting part of the project. So now if I open this project, right? So if I open my project, let me also go to source. uh, I should say venv scripts activate, and if I do python main.py, I believe it will work. Now it will work. You can see now it is going to work because we have installed all the required libraries. Now if I just click on this, you have to do control click. Okay, and my Chrome open. Let me open this in my Jupyter notebook. Yep. So this is the Boston housing price prediction. Okay, so this is the front end of my application. Now you can see I have provided all the fields that are needed for you to fill. Okay, so if I give I have also provided the value. Okay, from where to where you should put. You can put other values also, like you can put 100 also, that is going to work, but this is like, it's just a sample example. So this is like when I was learning machine learning, right? So I was not an expert at that time, so what I felt good, I just put it over there. So maybe I will put something in between, which is 80. Here I'll put something as 80, maybe here I'll put something as maybe 20. Here I'll put something as 1. Okay, here I'll put something as 0.2. Here is something I'll put as 5. Here's something I'll put as maybe 10 years old. Okay, here I'll put as 10 years. Rad, okay, I'll put this as 12. Here I'll put this as 200. If you want to know what all this do, you can come to my project. You can definitely check over here the description. This tells what all the particular column does. Okay, so definitely check this out. Okay, now I'll show you, yeah, the user interface. So if I give PTRO, I'll give this as 20. This one I'll give this as maybe 200. Okay, LSTAT, I'll give this as 30. So I'll just do predict prices, and the predicted price is 1419 units. Okay, so this is what I was needed to get. Okay, just to make sure that my model works. So this is how it works. Fine. So I think that should do it. So if you want to tweak this project, maybe you want to put, instead of units, you want to put dollars. Okay, maybe you want to put more data in it. You can definitely do it. Just train it, and it should work. I have also provided this particular link over here, made by Vishwajit. Then this specs emoji, and the particular Git link. So you can come and click also over here, and it will take you to my project. So I have done this. So by the way, this is built using Bootstrap. So I am not a front end guy. Although I know a little bit of tailwinds, but yeah, this is like way early, right? This I built using Bootstrap, so you can definitely check this. Check the Bootstrap. It's pretty easy to build this kind of things. So this is one of the projects that I built, Boston housing pricing prediction. There are many projects that I have built. So this is one of them. And this was built just to make sure that I understand random forest and how random forest regressor works. There is also the random forest classifier. Okay, this is the random forest regressor. Uh, there are many models that I have built projects upon. Anyways, I will show everything one by one to you. In one video, I'll show one of the projects. So I think that should do for this video. I hope this video was interesting. So these are one of the multi-level projects I have built. So definitely, if you found this interesting, do press that like button. If you have any issues while running this, do let me know in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you in an awesome upcoming